Hi everyone, and welcome to my next video. Today I'm going to build a dual-tone Yachtmaster homage watch. It will have a sunburst brown dial and rose gold hands. So let's get started. Today the first thing I will do is to remove the feet from the dial, so I can fit it directly on the movement. Here you can see I'm always using my Leatherman tool. It's enough. Any nose pliers will actually do the job. It's just to grab the feet, wiggle it out, and it will snap. After removing 4 of them that are not needed, I can take the diamond file that is in the Leatherman tool and file down the leftovers. After filing, of course, it's very good to just blow the dial with the air to remove all the filings, so it will not get stuck in the movement and, for example, make it stop. Now I can place the dial on the movement, and you see it snaps into place really nicely. Now let's set the position of the hands. I want to have them at 12 o'clock at midnight. So directly after the date change. Thanks to that, the date change will occur at midnight. And let's go with the hands. I'm using a special wooden tip tweezers to prevent scratching the dial, or the hands also, if you don't have such ones, because they cost a bit. You can use Rodico instead. It is a special type of clay or glue, or I don't really know, but it works miracles in the watchmaking world. And it costs near to nothing, maybe $1 or $2 for a small piece. But that small piece lasts forever. Here you can see I'm using the small plastic AliExpress press for the hands, so I can fit them securely on the movement. First goes hour's hand, and that one is placed on a piece that is called hour wheel. A firm push, and I can check if the hand is sitting properly. Here you can see it sits equal, it's not lifted on any side, so it's good. Next one is minute's hand, and that one goes on cannon pinion. And also a quick push and then check. Here you can see it sits as it should, and now it's time for a quick check. if everything works as it should. To be honest, I was a bit in a hurry that time, and I was checking it really quickly, but it changes around the midnight, so it will do for me. So now let's take the dummy stem out and place the movement in the case. As always, trying to do it with my own hands, which means I have to take out the stem one-handed with a screwdriver and other finger pulling out. But it's possible. Probably some of you will notice it, but second hand is on. And I did it under the microscope. I don't want to really destroy anything, and I have tough times lately to put the second hand on. But let's proceed with the case. Here you can see the bezel is moving nicely. It's not 120 clicks bezel. It feels a bit cheap, but it works. Let's take the movement holder out and the O-ring for the case, so it doesn't disturb us. Let's clean the crystal from inside and also blow a bit air to take away the small debris that might be there. Here you can also see I'm using a bit of Radico to take away all the debris. And let's put the case over the movement. Now we can put the movement ring over the movement. And let's take care about the crown and the stem. In this case, I had a stem that I cut a bit short in another project, but it worked in this one. So this time you will not see how I'm cutting it, but I can explain just. First you take the new stem and place it as I placed that one, and then you just measure the distance between the case and the crown and cut off that amount. Of course, better to cut it a bit too long than a bit too short, because then you have to use the short stem in another build, as I'm doing. So the movement spacer is in, and let's place the O-ring gasket in place. And just notice the quality of that case wasn't so good. So even the O-ring is a bit too small. So I don't think that will ever be waterproof. It took me a while to place the back on. So the O-ring was too small, and to place it perfectly it took me like 20-30 minutes, so of course you don't want to watch me struggle for that long time. So let's put the bracelet on. Here I also had some troubles because the holes in the lugs were not drilled in proper positions, And the bracelet is also a bit, let's be honest, poor quality. That's why this time I will just put the links for the dial and hands, because the rest is not worth money. And here it is, ready to be worn. It's really nice build. The colors are really nice. Quality, a bit on the low side, I would say, of the case and the bracelet. The dial looks stunning. The hands are totally fine. Thank you once again for staying until the end. I hope you enjoyed the build. Please like and subscribe to see more content like that. Have a good one and see you in the next video.